All right, to kick things off, Dave, everyone's talking about it. Is Friday the last day on SiriusXM?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
Confirmed.
Yeah, but what did I get here? And I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking about it, but yes. So I was told it was over and announced it on this show that Sirius and Barstool are going our separate ways, and we are going to take a step back. Like I talked to Dan, I think he's going to do, Yak, maybe on YouTube for a bit, so there's no interruption and people can do what they want. But we'll come back with some. And Eric is right. We just didn't want to put something together that was, half-assed. Come out with a lineup. The best way to get our fans as much content as possible, whether that's a new version of radio, YouTube, more pods, whatever it may be. We're going to probably take a month off or so and come back ready to roll. So, yes, Sirius is done. That was the conversation, and now there's a development, and I want to say a development. And by the way, let me be clear, no animosity, none. Like I've said that the entire time. We signed a contract with them. It was a 3-year deal. Contract's running out, and they're choosing not even to renew it. We want significantly more money, and they're choosing not to do that, and everybody has that right. I've been on the other side of that spectrum where I've said, you fulfill your contract and then you can go on and do your own thing. So no animosity. That's their choice. And only they know their business and what they want to do. So no animosity at all. But then I get this text for Erica, which says Sirius came back and how much money would I need to do a show 4 times a week?
Ooh.
So I haven't even thought about it. I saw that. And to be honest, the number is going to be something that my answer to that, which I'm publicly saying, people are getting a look like, was it Dave Portnoy? You're getting a look into my brain because I haven't responded to that. But my initial inclination for a response to that question would be, I'm not making an offer. Like, if they want me, they should put something on paper that they know will make me an offer I can't refuse, like a Godfather offer. Like that's the only thing that's going to get me to do this is not, hey, this is what I need. Nah, not in this type of negotiation. We're already at the 9th, 10th hour. It's obvious we're not bluffing because as of 3 seconds ago, I thought we were just totally done and dead. But if Sirius wants me, and by the way, again, everyone's entitled to their own. I think I'm the number one free agent right now in the world.
Who's not really a free agent, but kinda.
Well, it's the contract's ending, and it's like, hey, if this is sports, this guy's about to go into the open market. It's not really an open market like you say, but Barstool is. So it's like Barstool's about to become free agent. If this was sports, this is like a generational free agent. So you're going to have to make a generational offer. That's how I view us. That's how I view me. I said this the other day, and I'm not people mistaken. My dad, your ego. It's not ego. I'm at the height of my powers right now. Not only are we as popular as we've ever been, but it's all good. That's very rare for us. Usually when we're in the news, it's bad, but it's universally we're beloved right now. Who knows how long that lasts, but I've never felt like more people are very aware of who I am and what Barstool is. So, no, I'm not going to make you an offer, Sirius.
Now, is that a tactic by you? Or is that one of the things where you just kind of get inside your brain here as a negotiation thing? Do you always believe the offer should be made first?
No.
Or is this significant circumstance?
I don't believe the offer should always be made first. I'll do it either way. But this is a situation where I haven't seen anything remotely close to what I'd even start to consider. For me to do a show 4 times a day, that's a lot. That's a big commitment. It becomes kind of the number one thing on my schedule. And if you want me to do it correctly, because I don't want to not do it correctly, get me all in, fine. I'm going to try to make the best show I can ever make, and I want it to be awesome, and there's going to be a lot of thought, a lot of people involved. I don't want to half-ass it. to get me.
They'll definitely negotiate. I know Stern, he's 3 days a week now. I believe he takes the whole month of August off. I think he gets at least 1 week off per month. So there's a lot of wiggle room there, I know.
Like, I haven't even promoted necessarily offline, hey, come listen to the show. If you want me to do this that much, you're going to have to make me an offer where, let's say Penn, what we did with Penn, right? Like, they got it and created something where there's no doubt, like, where my interests lie in how much I have to promote and do, and I think we've seen the results. It's like $1 billion return, literally. So if they want that type of effort from me and that type of commitment, it's just going to have to be an offer. Like, I see it, I'm like, yep, there it is. No, negotiate more. But and for better, for worse, and again, people could be like, hey, Dave, you're crazy. Like, you don't. I view myself currently in the category of people I've known they've paid like hundreds of millions of, not hundreds, but like a shit ton of money. I view myself in that category.
No, I mean, it's funny you should say that, because just today, Dan Le Batard dropped his new show that's on the same feed, but he went private. You know, he got away from ESPN, and he's like, hey, we're trying to be the network now. You know, it's Rogan, Portnoy, Simmons, you know, Barstool, those three.
He said that?
Yes, he said you, and he said Barstool.
Right. So that we're there, and you want the 6 1/2 dozen, but one, however you want to look at it, you want me to commit. You haven't shown, and again, I don't know that I would either, but you haven't shown an ounce along the way that you understand the power of this brand and me. So why I'm not going to give you an offer. You make me an offer that I'm like, yep, you understand what we are, and I do it. But we're not even fucking close to that. So no, I'm not going to make an offer. What do you want to say? 100 million? Is that the offer? Fine. 100 million. All right, fine. I'll tell Erica right now, 100 million.
I think that would be fair, right? I think, and you let me know. Obviously,
I just texted her 100 million. I assume, I don't know how many years that is. How much?
100 per year.
How much does Stern get per year?
100 per year. I think one contract he got like 80 per year.
Okay. 100 million then. And would I, if they're like, hey, we can do 90, would I do it? Yeah. But let's set the thing. This is what I'm talking about. Like,
so 1 year, 100 million.
If you just said Stern's 100 million, yeah, I want to be spitting distance of him. So I texted Eric. I said 100 million.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too far into semantics, but his deal is also like he pays his staff out of it and shit.
Fine. Again, I'm willing to do that. If it's like 100 million, fine. I got to pay fucking our staff. Okay. But let's set the standard of where we view ourselves. So I said, I answered. I just answered live, 100 million.
Yeah, but aren't you, and I think you are in that situation now where if we did just take it to YouTube, like that almost, I know it creates more logistics from sales and everything like that, but you see with all these fucking, you know, you're in the game now with these Cali kids and fucking,
these Cali
you know,
kids, oh yeah, fucking 100%.
Like they're fucking doing it.
I would argue, Rogan does it for sure, but like Stern doesn't go down like we go down. You know what I'm saying? Like we go into his crowd, but he doesn't come into our crowd. Like, and I don't know what Sirius is doing necessarily. And again, I'm looking at this pragmatically. What are they going to do when Stern goes away? If we're not there and Stern's not there, what do they got?
That's why I'm curious. Like, you know, obviously Spotify's guzzling all the podcasts. Like, at what point do they kind of get into that? Like, what would it take for them to be like, hey, fine, we want you on live radio, but we also want the podcast network?
That again, I think were discussions we had, but that's an astronomical number.
It's a lot.
Like, you might as well just try to, like, before Penn bought us, like we had mentioned it, but again, we weren't close. And they know us. They know the numbers were on the station, so they have their decisions, and I'm not going to question because I think they're smart people over there. But I think we view things, obviously, from a numbers perspective, very far off.
Yeah, and I guess maybe that's the divide where they're like, hey, we still want to stick to live maybe, but I don't know.
100 million, there's the number.
Did Erica respond?
Great.
Great. All right, so
it's essentially the stage. Like if I think we're done because, I mean, it's so far off from anything else. But if they come back and they're like, is there wiggle room, then we have a discussion on our hands.
Do you have don't say obviously because you're not going to, but do you have a number in your head that if they countered that you'd say at?
Well, if they do a counter that's not like, if they take that number seriously and they counter, we'd get something done. If they don't take it, it's like, well, we'll give you 50. That's not seriously, Like that, I've very clearly just said I think I should be within spitting distance of the other people that you just nailed. I didn't know that Le Batard said that. Simmons, Portnoy, Stern, we're there. So why do you think I'm going to do it for like 10 cents? I don't know.
Yeah, especially 4 days. Like
it's a huge commitment.
You don't want to do that, really, right?
No, but when you get me, you get me. You get Caleb. You just go. Like if you're going to pay that money, I'm going to give you everything I got. I'm going to die for you on that field.
Yep, for sure. And kind of in the same vein here, while we're talking radio, did you see your guy Joe Zerbano resigned at WEEI?
He's a rat. I did. I was too busy. I'm too busy spreading positivity with the Barstool Fund to worry about that rat. I did see like Kirk. I got more Kirk trying to be like, Kirk is right. I told you it would be the worst decision once. No, Kirk. I was right. I was on the Zambrano rat train while you were still working there, happily employed. That guy's a rat. I knew he was a rat when he tried to steal Carabas from us while he was under contract. And Carabas, being the idiot he is, he's like, I wasn't planning on leaving. I just gave him his contract so he could see how he could break it. He's like, what are you talking about, Carabas? And first of all, you rat, Zambrano, know you're dealing with. Carabas is my son. I invented Carabas. Carabas is afraid to make a move. He's afraid to sneeze without my permission. I said, Carabas hasn't been around the office lately. He showed up the next day. He fucking hitchhiked here in the wee hours of the morning just because he knew he was under fire. So I think you're going to get Carabas to break his contract. What a rat. So, yeah, listen, I've outlived so many people at that network, at that station, and it's great to see.
Was that one of the original stations? That was Ordway, right?
That was Ordway. That was that midget, Jason Wolf, who kicked me off the air without having the decency to even tell me. I read it in a press release, all because I think I said Brady's kid has a dong. How that worm has turned. Now me and Brady out having fucking crackers and cheese, and I don't know what Jason Wolf does. Hopefully he's very successful.
Has Brady hit you up at all these past couple of days?
He DM'd me after the first round, after they beat Washington, saying congrats on the fund. I said congrats on the W.
Did he respond?
No, not after that. It was just a quick exchange.
Congrats on the W. I mean, you're in quite the conundrum, I feel.
With Aaron?
Yeah, you're boxed every way. So even if Brady wins and say Buffalo wins, you're on record saying, I will always root for Brady as long as they don't play the Patriots.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know I was going to become best friends with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you're boxed in. You're making too many relationships, Dave.
I know. He texted me the other day, yesterday. Let's see what he said. Let me pull it up real fast. See what we got here. Probably don't like me reading his text. I said, want to try to do a call together today? We got to call business. He said, yes, I do, best friend.
He said that to you?
Yeah. We're best friends.
So who are you rooting for?
Good football. I'm rooting for number 12.
A nice, clean game, a high offensive powered game?
I'm rooting for 12.
They're both 12.
Correct.
You're
last guy to have the ball wins. That's what I'm rooting for.
You're getting boxed in. You're getting boxed in.
Sorry, I have problems that I have highfalutin best friends.